Now we are going to study the topic strings in Python, the string manipulation. So what is a string? Section of characters that are contained within quote marks. The strings can be contained within single quotes, double quotes or triple quotes. So these are the few examples of strings. Like first example, honesty is the best policy within double quotes. Or if we have numbers but if they are enclosed within double quotes, then it is a string. So any sequence of characters enclosed within single or double quotes or triple quotes is a string. Third example, ABCD enclosed within single quotes is a string. Fourth one, this is triple quotes. So triple quotes we use for writing strings in multiple lines. So see, we have two lines of the strings, they must be enclosed within triple quotes. So these are the different examples of strings. Now strings allow you to collect characters so that you can treat them as a group, and you can have left to right position ordering with the index capability, that is from left 0 index the first character of the string, 1 index the second character of the string, and so on. Strings are immutable, that is you cannot change the string. Now how will you access the values in the strings? Python does not support character type. So these are treated as string of the given length and substring also. So even a single character of the string is a string in Python. So to access substrings we use square brackets, and for slicing we have to use the other indexes, that is from which index to which index we want to slice the string. So if you write variable name, this is the string variable name, and the index value, this is how you access each character of the string. And if you write variable name and two indexes, then this becomes the slice, and it will represent a part of the string, that is substring of the string var2. String means accessing the characters of the string one by one. So this is the code that you can use to access each character of the string. I have taken string as string. I want to access S, T, R, I, N, G, all the characters individually. Then this is the code for X in A. Now how for loop executes, it will create the list of this. So the sequence. Now this X will pick up one element each time from the given sequence. Here the A sequence is string. So X will pick up first character in first iteration, then next character in next iteration, then third character in third iteration, and so on. And here it is print statement, so it will print X. So when X is S, it will print S. When X is T, it will print T, and so on. So this will be the final output. Now next, if you want to reverse a string, the program will be S is equal to input enter a string. Now this is the statement from which you can enter a string or a line of text. Now if you write print S reverse order, len function finds the length of the string, that is total number of characters in the string. Now if you write for X in range, so range function creates list of the values. So what type of list is created with this range? It will create -1, comma -2, comma -3, and so on up to -l -1. So whatever string you have entered, its length will be calculated here, and -l -1. Suppose you have entered hello. Now length is 5. So -5 -1 means -6. So -1 to -6, it will print all the characters in reverse order. Now string operators. You can perform only plus and asterisk, the arithmetic operators, on the strings. Plus is addition and asterisk is multiplication. See how these operators work with strings. The plus symbol is used to join the two strings. Adding in strings means joining two strings. So this is also called concatenation. Like if you write computer within double quotes, this is the first string. If you write science within double quotes, this is the second string. This plus will join these two strings and you will get result as computer science as one string. String and int cannot be added. So for plus symbol on both the sides you should have same, that is string on both the sides. So if you write 10 within single quote, now it has become a string. So you cannot add a string and an integer. So it is invalid statement. Now next is using multiplication operator with string. If you are using multiplication operator with string, it will repeat the string. It is called repeating of strings or multiplying. So you cannot perform regular arithmetic on the characters that are stored in the form of number, but they are string. You can only repeat. For example, if you write 3 here, now if you do remove the quotes, then 3 into 4 will be 12. But now you have used quotes, so it is a string now. With string, multiplication performs repetition, so it will repeat this. So the final result will be 3, 3, 3, that is 4 times. 3, 3, 3, 3. Similarly, if you have a string into 3, then it will repeat this string 3 times. So it requires one string and one integer, and the string will be repeated for the given integer number of times. Similarly, if you have this is first string plus, now this is combination of plus and into in the same expression. This is string plus was the second string, and within bracket we have here a string into 3. Now this into 3 is only for here. So this here will be repeated for 3 times, while these two will be concatenated, and then this new string will be concatenated. So the final result will be string, this one was here, here, here. But if you write two strings using multiplication operator, then it is incorrect. For multiplication, one must be integer. So two strings cannot be multiplied. Now next are membership operators. The two membership operators that you can use with the strings are in. So how does in operator works? It returns true if the given character before in, whichever character you have written or string you have written, it is present in the string after in. Otherwise it will return false. Similarly, not in will return if the substring or the character does not exist in the given string. So for example, if you write a is equal to the, so a is a string, b is another string, the value is students are playing, c is another string with the in capital. If you write print a in b, print c in b, print a not in b. Now what will be the result of a in b? Now a is this, it is exactly present in b, so it will return true. C in B, C is capital THE, Python is case sensitive language. So if you compare this with this, it will not match. So the result will be false. When you write A not in B, since A was present in B, this is A and this is B, A is present in B. So this answer will be false. Now next are comparison operators. The comparison operators or the relational operators that can be used with the strings are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to. So all those which you can use with integers, they can be used with strings also. the get compared character by character. So these two strings, if you use relational operator between them, they get compared character by character. That is, first character is compared with the first character of the second string. If they are same, the next character is compared. And while comparison, they are compared according to the Unicode character values. So you know, in Unicode character values of capital A is 65, capital B is 66, small a is 97, small b is 98, and so on. So using these Unicode character values, they are compared. Like if write ABC double equal to the next ABC, where a is small, then it will return false, because this a has ASCII value 65 and this a has 97, so it is not equal to, so it will be false. Next, they are exactly same. ASCII values of first character is equal to first character, ASCII or Unicode value of second character is equal to second character, third character is equal to third character. So finally the equal to will return true. Next example, if write ABC greater than this ABC, it will return true, because ASCII value of this a is 97 and ASCII value of, or Unicode value of this a is 65. So 97 is greater than 65, so it is true. Now here this is capital A, which is 65, small a, which is 97. Now this side greater has been used, so this is false. Next is to find the ordinal or Unicode value of a single character. There is a built-in function ORD. ORD function is used to find Unicode of the given character. Like if you write Unicode within single quote a, small a, so it is 97. Similarly, another built-in function CHR is used to find the Unicode of the given character. So if you write the number, it will print the character value. Like if you write 97, 97 is the character value of small a. So these two functions, ORD and CHR. Now indexing. Indexing in strings is done with the help of square brackets. Within square bracket you write the index number, and outside the square you write the string variable. So any element or the character of the string can be accessed by indexing. Indexes of the strings are from 0 to length minus 1. So you should know the length of the string. So first index is always 0 from the left hand side, and up to the right hand side the last character is at length minus 1 index. There is backward indexing also in Python. It is from minus 1 to minus length, that is from right to left. So in this diagram you can see both the indexing. This is the string python hyphen string. So this 1, 2, 3, this is forward indexing, which goes from 0 to length minus 1, that is 12. And the backward indexing goes from right to left, that is minus 1 to minus length. So if you count length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 12, length minus 1, that is where it is written 0 to length minus 1. And minus 1, this is minus 1 to minus length. So length was 13, so 13. So if s1 is equal to Python string, if write print s1 0. So what is s1 0? s1 0 is p. s1 5, s1 5, fifth index is n. Minus 11, at minus 11 it is t. So the answer is p, n, t. Now next, slicing a string or using substring. If you have a string a is equal to programs, then if you write a, n, m, you have to write two indexes. This is the beginning index and the last index. M and R integers and legal indices. Legal means they should be from these values only. So the Python will return a slice of string, that is character between n and m minus 1. N is the first index and m minus 1. So the next integer that you give right here, minus 1. So if you write 0:7, then this is 0 index from 0 to 7. Now next example, if in the string you write 0 to 7, so 0 to 7, this is 7, so it will take up till 6, so the answer will be program. Next example, if you write A0 colon 4, so from the second index minus 1, so 0 to 3, so 0 to 3 is PROG, so this will be the answer. Next you have 3 comma 4, so 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 to 3 means only one character, that is G, this is the 3 index. Next is A, minus 8 to minus 4, this is minus 8 and this is minus 4, so minus 8 to minus 4, so it will return the characters minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, 1 less than this, so PROG. Next if you write minus 6 minus 1, so where is minus 6? This minus 6 minus 1, so it will return till minus 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 is minus 2, so minus 6 to minus 2, so minus 6 to minus 2, so you will get OGRAM. If missing beginning index will be considered as 0. If missing the beginning index is missing, then it will consider 0 on its own, and if last index is missing, then it will consider till the length of the string. So if we write like this, A colon 8, that is first beginning index is missing, so it will take from beginning, so 0, that is 0 to 7, so you will get programs. And similarly if you write colon 4, so first index is missing here, so it will take from 0 to 3, so you will get PROG. Similarly if you write A3 colon, so from 3 to end of the string, so you will get the result as GRAMS. If you write A6 colon, so from 6th index to end of the string, so this is the 6th index to end of the string, that is MS. Now can you guess the output? For any index, if you have A colon n plus A n colon, what will be the result? Like if you write A colon 4 plus A 4 colon, you write the answer and check this answer. You will get the complete string, that is programs. S also. So if you write 1 colon 7 colon 2, so from 1 to 6, skipping 2 indexes, so the answer will be R G A. Minus 8 minus 1 skip by 3, so minus 8 to minus 1 skip by 3, so the answer will be P plus 3, that is here G and then M. Then A colon colon 2, that is first to last and skipping by 2, so the answer will be S A G R, because it is minus 2, so it will take backward indexing starting from this first, then A, then G and then R. Next A colon colon minus 1, what it will do? It will, again it is minus 1 step, so it will reverse the string, so you will get this answer. Indexes out of bond cause error. So if you write, if x is the string and you write x7, because there are only 6 characters in the string. So any index that you write which is not within the limit or which is not in the string, then it will give the error. So if you write x4:9, you'll get OME. If it is slicing and that index is not there, then it will either take till the end of the string. Like if I had 4:9, now 9 index is not there, but it will take from 4 to end, that is OME, from 4th index to end. Similarly, if I have 0 to 20, it will take only 0 till the end. So in slicing, if the index is not present, it will calculate accordingly. But if we have index only, a single index, but if that index is not present, then it will give the error.